They were told not to have children, but they didn't listen, and this is what their son looks like. With their miracle son serving as the page boy, an English couple who met and fell in love while working on the stage for Snow White enjoyed their own version of a fairy tale wedding. 1 month before the birth of their son Nathan Jr., who is purportedly the only double dwarf in Britain, Laura Whitfield proposed to Nathan Phillips. Given that the boy had 2 separate forms of dwarfism at birth, pseudochondroplasia, like Nathan, and anachondroplasia, like Laura, it wasn't believed that he would live for more than a few hours. Nevertheless, the narrative concludes happily, as 2.5 years later, Nathan Jr. is a healthy toddler. In a grandiose ceremony, the pair tied the knot in County Durham. It was amazing because it was the perfect fairy tale start to our life together. Now we are married and the wedding was simply magical, Laura told the press in the United Kingdom. We put off getting married for a very long time in order for young Nathan to be big enough to handle the rings, but in the end, he couldn't lift the heavy cushion. He tossed it to the side after deciding he was done carrying it. He absolutely loves to steal the show, so it was extremely nice for us to have him there, and it was pretty funny. Additionally, Grumpy, the dwarf Nathan portrayed in the stage production when he and Laura first met, was nowhere to be seen. The two talked of meeting on the show and starting a fairy tale romance. However, the pair received unfortunate news, as is common in both real life and fairy tales. According to the story, Laura and Nathan were told by doctors that their unborn child had both of their parents' kinds of dwarfism, anachondroplasia from his mother and pseudochondroplasia from his father. The news that no parent ever wants to hear is that the chances are their baby boy won't survive long outside the womb, according to the doctors. Laura was asked to think about terminating the pregnancy, but she declined. Laura and Nathan wished to provide their kid with the opportunity he merited. At 2.5 years old, their son Nathan Jr. is referred to by his parents as their miracle baby. According to the doctors, Nathan Jr. is doing fine. At their recent wedding in County Durham, England, he carried the ring. The couple opted to wait until after their son was born and old enough to accompany them down the aisle for the wedding, even though they were engaged before Nathan Jr. was born. I understand that people are skeptical of us due to our small size, but we are no different from everyone else. The only thing that sets us apart is our height, Laura remarked. We enjoyed the greatest day of our lives, and the wedding was a wonderful platform to demonstrate to everyone how secure we both are in ourselves. After having a cesarean section, she was informed that she and the baby would require special care if the baby lived. She also had to get ready for the possibility that she might not see her infant for 4 days. However, she was shocked to discover her fiancé sitting by her bedside, the baby curled up at his side, when she awoke from the procedure. Laura, a resident of Sunderland, stated, "They were a little concerned there might be difficulties, so I was having scans every week. The changes didn't occur for another 24 to 25 weeks. His dimensions weren't quite right, as they discovered. It was believed that he might have been terribly affected by 2 unusual genes. I was informed that he would likely succumb in the first 30 minutes of life if he carried these genes, and I was advised to think about getting a termination. I don't believe in terminating pregnancy, therefore I never gave it a second thought. He moved about inside of me, I could feel him wriggling a little. Everything was good in my mind. They had been really cautious with us and indicated that there was a high chance we would require special care after he was delivered and that I might not see him for 4 days, so I was really anxious when I went down to the theater to have him. Nathan was standing next to me on a cot with young Nathan when I woke up. I started crying because I couldn't believe it. Being the only dwarf in her family, Laura experiences excruciating discomfort due to achondroplasia, which causes her limbs to be shortened and her spine to curve. Before he met Laura, Nathan, a resident of Bristol, had a different kind of dwarfism called pseudoachondroplasia, which results in stunted bone growth and weak hips. Because Nathan has both strands of dwarfism, experts worry that he may inherit hip and back issues, though it's unclear which one he will get.